What is up YouTube, how goes it? In today's video, we're looking at a laptop that is designed for professional users who have a thing for gaming. That's right, I'm talking about the Lenovo SlimPad 7 15-inch GTX edition, and we have one right here. In this video, we're going to do a quick unboxing and first impressions of the SlimPad 7 15-inch GTX edition. As always, if you enjoy the content, consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video. Let's get started. Before I go into the unboxing, just want to give you a heads up on the specifications that come along with this configuration. This is the base model, so with that in mind, you have a 10th gen Core i5 quad-core processor, you have 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, of course you have GTX 1650 with 4 gigabytes of video RAM, you also have a massive 1 terabyte solid state drive. Of course, you also get the newest Wi-Fi 6 standard along with the latest Bluetooth standard, and you have a 15.6-inch display that is full HD with an IPS backlighting. Now then, moving into the unboxing, you can see right away the Lenovo doesn't really care much about aesthetics for this particular laptop. It's just a plain cardboard box with Lenovo branding. You have some details on the side of the laptop, and that's all you get. We'll move on to removing the content seal for this laptop, which is just a single seal. Once we move the seal, you can see inside that there appear to be two major items. The first of the two items inside the box is of course the SlimPad 7 itself. This is the 15-inch model like I said, so it's fairly large and heavy, but we'll come back to that in just a second. Moving past that, we have a standard looking wall outlet cable. Nothing fancy to see here, these come with every laptop. Inside, we have another thing, which is an interesting choice, the 135 watt charging brick. Now the reason I say it's an interesting choice is because it's not the biggest I've seen on gaming type laptops, but it's not as small as you'd find on an Ultrabook either, so it kind of comes in the middle in terms of wattage. Coming back to the laptop itself, once you remove the plastic sleeve, like I said, it's a pretty heavy laptop, and here it is. Now that we've had a quick look at what comes inside the box, let's talk about the laptop design language. So starting off at the top of the laptop, the SlimPad 7 has a aluminum layered body, and it feels really premium. Also, it feels really compact, even though this is a 15-inch laptop. On the top corner, you can see you have the Lenovo branding, and that's the only branding you have on the top side. The rest of the metal feels cold to the touch, simple as it can be. Moving on to the side of the laptop, you can see there are a few I/O ports on either side. So starting with one side, you have the charging port, you have a HDMI port, you also have a USB-C Thunderbolt port, and of course the headphone jack. On the other side, you have the power button. Following that are two USB 3.0 ports, one of which supports reverse charging, and of course you have a dedicated SD card reader. On the rear side, you don't have any additional I/O ports because it's fairly slim like I said. There's no vents either, which does raise some questions about the cooling capability of this laptop, in particular for gaming circumstances, but more on that later. Now, it's when you open this laptop, you really realize just how professional looking Lenovo has made this laptop, and also has a nice premium feel to it like I said. So right away you can see you have a fairly large palm rest. In the center area of the palm rest, you have a relatively large trackpad. Now granted, there are no dedicated click keys, however the trackpad clicks universally left and right, and it has a very nice tap to it. Now once you move to the keyboard, I have to say I'm a huge fan of Lenovo's keyboards generally speaking. They're comfortable, and this keyboard is no exception to that rule. Lenovo has a nice 1.5mm travel on their keyboards, which is super comfortable to type on. It's also worth noting that all the keys are fully backlit. There's no RGB lighting here, but once again, this is a professional laptop, so they grade it at that. You do have the inclusion of a 10 keyboard, which is great of course for all you Excel loving productivity users out there, and it's worth noting that there are no dedicated media keys. They're all integrated into the existing traditional functional keys. You probably noticed there's a massive grill right above the keyboard. That is an entire speaker bar built into the laptop. So this laptop is Dolby Atmos certified, which means you have two speakers at the bottom in a stereo-like setting and this massive speaker grill, and it sounds pretty loud. Have a listen for yourself. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is the hinge. The hinge of this laptop thankfully is a single system hinge, which means it's very durable and unlikely to break, unlike Lenovo's Legion 7i, which has two really fragile hinge points. Anyway, directly beneath the hinge is where you have the exhaust vents, so that's where all the hot air comes out once the laptop is done processing the air intake. Moving on to the display, I have to say this is a absolutely gorgeous display. Now the display is a FHD display, which means its resolution is 1080p. However, you get 100% sRGB, and you also have a peak brightness level of up to 300 nits, which is ample for any type of environment. It's also worth noting that the display is IPS backlit, which means it looks nice and vivid. Another important factor worth noting is that this is a 60Hz refresh rate display, so that means for those who are looking for a higher refresh rate, you won't get this on this laptop, primarily because this is not a gaming laptop. With that being said, the bezels are super thin, and overall the display looks super sleek, and it's up to 2020 standards to say the least. The laptop does have a 720p webcam included. It's a mediocre webcam, but I'll be honest, it's not any worse than the rest of the laptops in this price range. Moving past the design language and into performance, this laptop will blaze through most day-to-day tasks with ease. So whether that's web browsing, watching Netflix, or powering up a Excel sheet, you can get through it all without any issues. Now, in terms of gaming, I haven't done any comprehensive tests yet. However, I did run a few basic games on it. In particular, I ran Doom Eternal, which is a pretty resource-intensive game, and you're able to get high settings with 60 plus FPS. However, don't expect it to go to ultra high. Once again, that's because this is a laptop with a 2-generation old graphics card that's intended to do gaming on the side. In terms of battery life performance, Lenovo claims you can get up to 12 hours on a single charge. Realistically, I found I got about 9 to 10 hours when I was doing average day-to-day tasks like watching a movie and of course web browsing. Your mileage may vary depending on what you're doing. In terms of gaming, if you're playing games on this, good luck getting more than 4 hours on a good day. And that's expected, of course, because you're constantly pushing the laptop to its full performance. Lenovo also claims you have fast charge built into this laptop, so you should be able to get up to 80% of your battery topped up within an hour's worth of time. Retailing at $970 USD, this laptop is a really good deal in my opinion. Keep in mind that this laptop attempts to keep the slim form factor that you find on the SlimPad 7 13-inch and 14-inch, and I have to say, it's done a great job. Also, this laptop is giving you ample power to perform gaming on the side. Now granted, this is not the most powerful gaming laptop you can get, and there are actually laptops from a gaming perspective to give you better value, but top it up with an IPS screen, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and of course a powerful 10th gen processor, you are getting a lot of value, and of course surrounded by a high quality body that definitely shows the minute you touch this laptop. For those of you who might need some extra processing power, you can opt to dish out under $400 and get the 10th generation Core i7 with 6 cores on it, which is a decent power bump. However, I think it's not worth the value given the $400 price bump. Of course, with that being said, I think the base configuration is ample power for anyone who wants to do coding, development, photo editing, and even video editing. I'd also say this laptop does great as long as gaming is not your primary intention, it's something you want to do more as a hobby, and you're okay with gaming at sub-high levels. With that being said, I would definitely recommend this laptop, and I think it's a great value for professional users. Until next time, Soul of Tech logging out.